Test, test, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, folks. Sorry about that. We have our audio back up and rolling. We should be good to go now. So we're going to start here in just a second.
Well, we're excited to get rolling here for the live stream. Sorry about the wait. Russell made it, but apparently left his watch in California, so we're still operating on that time apparently.
Online as well. We're going to get started. Our first consignor tonight here at the Invasion is going to be Robinson that we're bringing in. This is going to be lots 32 and 33, 32 and 33, and then also lot number 96, I believe. What was that other one? What was their other one? 96. And 96. 32 and 33, those are Game of Thrones from Otten Walters on Roots and Last Dance. These are directly out of their keeper pin, guys. Take a good look right here. Two shots of in-game in these girls. A Winmore York appearing barrel was high seller at RFG's annual farm sale just 2 weeks ago, among approximately 50 crosses, hams, and 20 solid whites. The Daniel Champion up your gilt and fourth overall Dixie National 2023. Top 10 commercial gilt, Magnolia Junior Swan Circuit, Winmore Era was class winning lightweight Yorkshire at Dixie National 2023, and also the Winmore gilt was reserve champion Yorkshire at Southwest Mississippi District Livestock Show in 2023. Lot 96 is above all else Brockman Last Dance. And that is the dam of the champion up here gilt, the fourth overall at Dixie National 2023, and the grand dam of the 13s. Winmore to the reserve grand commercial gilt at Dixie National in 22, and Winmore top 10. Yorkshire and Magnolia Junior Swan Circuit, and Winmore to 2 Mississippi County Grand Champions. This is a unique opportunity in that RFG has never offered any solid white females for sale to the public. These will be the first right here, guys.
I don't know about you, Russell, but that's a pretty good way to start.
Yeah, we're excited about these. These guys reached out to me here last month, and they told me about these gilts and totally thought that it would be a great idea. When they arrived, I never thought they'd be this good, so we're very excited to have them. As Jeff said, those two mates are Game of Thrones, and every sale we get people asking what we're going to have for gilts here because they know a lot of us consignors just bring barrows, and so we just thought, you know, these would be a great way to bring some gilts that are extra special, and they're definitely that.
Those of you on the web right now, the lady in the blonde hair is driving lot number 96. 33 would be the young lady with the glasses, and then 32 over there is on the far side. Sam running the video right now, I believe, has got 96 crossed, and now she just transpired onto 32 and 33. That's the pair that's together. Pair that I think is extremely good built, got good bone, functional. If you like power, you got to kind of gravitate towards 96, I'd say.
How about do you want to do like the barn and I'll do online, or do you want to do online and I'll do the barn? That way we don't have to fucking kiss each other.
Okay. Sounds good.
Which one do you want?
I don't care.
I don't care either. It's your deal.
We'll just trade this back.
50-5 is the land boar, and he's a high heat, which is out of the champion Duroc boar they bought. With Crossbred,
do we even need to say anything here?
No, I mean, you can, like, you take a turn, you say, and then
I'm talking like in here, like if Jeff's talking.
no, all we gotta do is this.
Yeah, all we need to do is this, right?
Okay. Inside track. She also raised Mason's Cougars.
No, it's on.
Landrace Barrett number 2023.
Thanks for those. We don't run very many landrace, but this pair is, I think, pretty freaking good. McGrew from Illinois brought this pair down here. You got a boar and a gilt out there. Just talk about design, extras in terms of muscle and mass in that male hog. Still maintains flexibility. The gilt that I think is built for speed. Just pour the coals of that one from a build standpoint. I think she'll hold her own as she continues to mass up. I think that would be a pretty high quality landrace female.
Test 1 2.
Which one's this? I'll tell you.
58.
This is 43-2.
Okay, this is the 43-2 landrace gilt. Is a Dr. Strange on a timing's right on Casey, and this is another first litter gilt that comes back to the infamous Casey sow there, guys. Naturally, with this Grand Dam in the pedigree, this litter has had that extra punch, a feature all the way through. Again, McGrew brought an incredible set here, guys.
We're excited to have these guys, and thank you. Okay, yeah, this is Russell. We're excited to have these guys. One thing we've kind of been needing and missing in the invasions the last few sales has been elite land races, and I know we had one or two last year, but McGrew is definitely a big name in that business, and obviously a lot of the genetic progress in the breed has come out of that firm, and so we were very excited when Jonas told us he could make it. Obviously, you guys can tell just from looking at these three landrace lots that he brought winners, he brought the heat. So thanks to Jonas for bringing us these three elite land races.
That one's really good. Like insanely good.
I don't have anything from them on their crossbreds. Okay. Right here. All right, these are 94 and 95, lot 94 and 95, which are the cross males. These are turning tricks on a Goosebumps. The mother was won her class at the 2021 Iowa State Fair and raced two class winning, very popular bears in her first litter at Illinois and Iowa State Fairs. Here's the crossbreds from McGrew. All right, now we're bringing in 139 and 66. That's lots 139 and 66 from Newcastle right here, guys. Lot 1 is the 36-4. That's a Slaps. It's a Colson's. And then rightfully so is a litter mate to the Grand at Fort Worth, purchased from Knopf. And this is a power mating and one that that's bred to win. He says, I personally believe a true boar prospect with the heaviness of structure and structural integrity to generate. Then lot 39 is the 33-3. That's the Air Force One tell-all. The sow was a reserve champion heavy division cross gilt at San Antonio.
and 66 is a mate, so those are both the same way. Those are both Air Force One tell-alls, and again, the Sal was reserve champion heavy division cross gilt at San Antonio, guys. These are Newcastles.
Best each and every time, and he's gotten along well, and he's no doubt a big name in the business. But we appreciate what he's done, and I'll tell you that this afternoon, just looking at these lots, I was staying with Andy, and you can tell he's awful proud of these. He told me he thinks they're the best set he's brought, and best set he's had in general in quite a while, and it's very, very easy to see. This lot one, I know he's awful pumped on. Absolutely love this pig. When I saw him come through the ring this afternoon, I said we've got to start the sale of that pig. Again, his pedigree is slaps, rightfully so. That's the one that's always on here, kind of towards the table where we're at. This belted pig, very, very special animal. Then the other two are 39 and 66, and they are mates. And again, that pedigree on those, like Jeff said, is Air Force One tell-all. Very, very elite set that Andy has brought us, and we're very excited about him. Again, lot 1, 39 and 66.
All right, coming in here, this is 9 and 73, lots 9 and 73. These are from Cooper and Flash. Okay, guys, I apologize. We didn't have those written down.
40 and 13 and 40.
So these are the 29 litter. This is from Newcastle as well. These are Fast Lane from Colson's, and the rumor has it, which is Zoe's favorite sow. Barrel proportion and heavy structured. They go back to Newcastle's strongest sow family, both of the litter mates here. Is that right, guys?
Piled up there together. 13 would be the farther from the screen. That the young lady in the blonde has gotten is tagged 13. 40 would be the young lady with brunette with glasses. There's 13 coming across the center of the ring right now. You want to talk about heavy dutiness of skeleton, square in their build, extra muscle shape, and can still handle it. Very high quality pair of belted boar pigs that Andy Forehand brought from Newcastle.
Well, and that 13, just as they go out, that 13 is another one we've been awful excited about, and I know Andy absolutely loves that one. We thought that one and one were a pretty fun pair, and not to take anything away from the rest of them, but very, very elite set. Thanks to Newcastle for bringing them.
Again, this is Newcastle's right here, guys, going out of the ring. Now we're bringing in Cooper and Flashes, 9 and 73.
9, I believe, is that predominantly white-bodied one. Am I correct in that? The young lady in the brunette's got. Yep.
Yep. So that's a Swish and Gunsmoke, Out of a Proposal, and Blurred Vision. Sal, that's lot number 9, which is the predominantly white Barra there on the left-hand side if you're watching. 73.
Pair of litter mates.
Yep, they're mates.
I noticed those when they first showed up here. I mean, that white-bodied one, if you talk about liking hairy legs and still an attractive look and a square build, I think that one is incredible. That one is so powerful to me, and through that chest floor, and doesn't sacrifice look through his head and neck, maintains that stout jawline. That one's spread and dimension. I think what makes that one unique is if you can get get an opportunity to watch that one drive away, is so square out of his upper hip and still maintains flexibility out of his hock. You know, I can go on and on about how intriguing I find that one, but man, that traditionally belted one probably just comes with more in terms of height of shoulder, has more extension from his blade forward, still has that square shape on the top side of his blade, probably has a little bit more angularity to the set of his hock on the standstill. I think two very, very high quality individuals that have boar promise.
Two really nice hogs there from Cooper and Flash. We're going to roll those out. We'll bring in our next two. This is going to be, three in this set. These are 46 and 98, also from Cooper and Flash, 46 and 98. 46 is going to be the Cross. That's 53-1. That is a Chirp Chirp on a Never Again. And 98 is the Pull-In Bear there, guys. A Belton back on a new design Sitting Bull, and both of these are from Cooper and Flash. Again, the Pull-In is lot number 98. The Cross is 46.
Yeah, and again, Cooper and Flash is a new consignor this time, and for those of you guys that know them, these are the Cooper and Flash North. So Hope Flash Puller brought them down. Her and Keaton brought down a really good set, and I know we're going to look at Keaton Stoller's pigs here in a minute as well. But it's very excited to have these, and it's interesting to see how this kind of sale comes together every time. Just out of the blue, these guys reached out, and I thought, absolutely, we've got to incorporate them. They dug down deep and brought their best. It's very easy to see. Absolutely love this little white pig, and Poland, no doubt, is going to have a chance to hang some banners as well. So thanks, guys, for bringing your best. Very excited about the Cooper and Flash entries.
All right, coming in here is 11, 77, and 78. These are all Stoller hogs right here, guys. And this is going to be, again, lots 11, 77, and 78. Lot 11 is Burke Boar out of Bones on the Off the Ledge Speak Now Sal. 77 and 78 are going to be, 77 is a Burke Boar. That one is a Bones as well on Off the Ledge Speak Now Sal. And 78 is the 4-1, also out of Bones on a Speak Loud Off the Ledge sow.
Young lady in the blonde hair would be on 78 right now, and I believe that's 11 that the brunette's driving. And that would be, in the corner now that the brunette's on would be 77. Just talking individuals, that 11, if you like them just sissy-fronted and with not much width, steer away from that one. That thing's head is incredibly stout and just so opened up, and again, one that maintains a very square and secure hind leg. I just love the natural bulk and spread and dimension that one has, starting from the ground up and the blade back. A young lady in the blonde, when she kind of drives that one and gets his head up, to be that stout in through his jaw and wide about his dome, it doesn't sacrifice look. That's still a very attractive hog to have just that much natural structure into one package. That pair of other ones, that 77 and 78, probably don't have the extreme stoutness of skeleton that 13 does, but man, when you talk about the one that's made right in their shoulder, still have some advantage in terms of crispness of shape and width and squareness down low. Those two pigs define that exceptionally good. Three very high quality Berkshire pigs that I think offer a lot of promise.
All right, we're going to let those ones out, and we're going to bring in our next lot. This is lot 48, again from Stoller as well.
Yeah. That one's pretty good.
And this one is a surefire On a wag sow right here from Stoller, guys. This is lot number 48.
Keep getting the single entries, and I got to talk trios, Russell.
I choose my choices wisely on what to talk about, but I would have loved to talk about those 3 Burks because those Burks are very fun. Thank you very much, Keaton, for bringing your best to this deal. This white pig's pretty fun as well, and him and Hope brought 2 really good kind of dirty white barrow or male prospects here. Again, we're just absolutely stoked about this whole set. I mean, this guy can run as a York. You guys down here can see that. He's wide and stout and just has the right look. Get excited about this set. Keaton and Hope did a very, very good job. I hope it pays off from tomorrow, but regardless, we think these pigs can find the winning circle. So good job, guys.
Also, just a reminder to all of you that are watching online, if you want to talk about any of these hogs or any lots, certainly pick up the phone and give the breeder a call. Also, of course, you can call Kyle or Russell, and they'll be happy to chat with you about those hogs tonight as we look through them. And tomorrow, before we get started with the sale, if you need some help figuring out how to get them back to you wherever you are, we'll work with you on that and try to make sure that we can get those hogs headed back your way. So the next hogs in the ring are 22 and 57, and these are going to be from Lance Ryan. 22 is the play to win end game, and then 57 is the cross boar, and that's a play to win on a soul sow.
So 22 would be the kind of the wider belted one, young lady in blonde's driving. Another one that's incredibly stout feature just in terms of bone work, and again, it offers a very attractive look. Hog that continues to mass up as he kind of ages. I think from a hind leg standpoint, very square and secure. Young lady, the brunette's driving that off-belted one. That'd be tag 57. 57, the barrel that's very crisp in terms of shape. A hog that's very elevated in terms of his look up front from a shoulder standpoint. It's got that right angularity up front and still drives away and reads true just in terms of squareness. Again, belted would be wider belted hog would be 22. Off belted barrel or male hog would be 57.
All right, we're going to let those out and drop in 2 more from Lance Ryan. This is 87 and 88, lots 87 and 88. These are both barrows. They are Stay Classy 75-3s on the full sib to the grand at NJSS. Again, these are both from Lance Ryan.
Well, we're excited to have Lance. He's another first-time consignor, and I know he was supposed to come to our first sale, and things just didn't work out, and that's fine. I told Lance we trust you to send your best, and I know that he did that this time. These 2 are going to sell choice. These white ones, Lance needs no introduction, but if you just saw what was in the ring with that pair of belts, and then now what we've got here, you can tell he sent his best. Thank you. This is a very, very good pair. I like both of them. The one that Zoe's got over there is probably a little better in his ear set. Don't overlook this 88. That tag's bugging him a little bit as well. He's a little thicker made kind of a pig. Just peel his neck off. He might be just as good. Very, very fun pair, and thank you very much, Lance, for sending us a good set.
All right, next we're going to drop in lots 20, 50, 51, and 83. 20, 50, 51, and 83. These are all from CK2 Show Pigs. Lot 20 is the Chester Boar Hog. That's a burner phone on a corn dog. And then we're going to move to lot number 50 and 51. Those are going to be both crossbred boars. 50 is a last-minute checkmate on a make easy, and then 51 is a cross-boar last-minute straight survivor.
For those of you online, again, lot 20 would be that Chester or down-eared hog. Another one that is just impeccable in his build. Very, very attractive. One that's tall shoulder. I think for that breed maintains an extremely good and pliable hind leg. Kind of there in the center of the ring, that wider belted one would be tag 83. Another one that you really need to appreciate from the side. This wide belted one that just kind of turned. I can't get a look quite on that one's ear notch. Is that 50 or 51? The belted one would be 50. This black, predominantly black one, almost kind of Berkshire pairing, would be 51. Hog that's a little bit bigger in size and scale than what that 83 has to offer, a little bit pounds heavier. Tall shouldered, another good built one, kind of gets his head up, really an attractive, sleek front end. Again, another really good high quality set. Chester would be lot 20, predominantly black one is 51. 83 would be the kind of belted one on the right side of that black one, and then 50 would be that Chester, or excuse me, the belted one beside the Chester, kind of there in the corner.
We're sure excited about this set, and CK2 has been with us from the start here. These guys are our Florida connection, Clayton Lyons and Kyle Mendez, and we appreciate these guys always bringing a good set, and I told Clayton earlier today, this is by far, in a way, the best set that they have sent. This Chester is easy to see. He can hang some banners. He's a very, very good pig. I thought 50, 51 in the gilt were exceptionally good for the crosses that they've sent. They're last minute pigs, I believe, or at least I know 50 and 51 are. Very, very fun set. That 50 was probably worth considering leading off with as well. Definitely could be in that first round. Study that pig. That is a very, very elite animal. I like 51 a lot as well. And then the gilt. Kind of selling fourth out of their four because she's a gilt, and those gilt buyers probably will stick around a little bit longer. But very, very fun set. Good job, Clayton and Kyle, and thanks for bringing these.
All right, we're going to bring in Outlaw set here, guys. They said we've worked hard to improve the red herd the last 5 years, and these reds are proof. The two boars are two of the best males that they've offered in a few years. The 10 litter has extreme pieces for Duroc, the stylish extended front end, and with the density. Yep, and this is their crossbred. We're just going to read the first. I guess we'll move down to that. Sorry about that, guys. This is the 6 litter boar. It's out of one of their two best cross sows on the farm. The mama is the mother of Outsider at Crossroads, and a stout skulled, big-legged, and dense. After the success of the first sale, they wanted to bring the same heat here to this one, guys. This one fits the bill. A great cross male prospect right here.
Boar prospect that I believe, if Nick told me correctly, if not mentioned, is out of the same sow as the boar that's at Crossroads. Is that accurate?
Yeah, this is Ascension, never before.
Good built one. Love the angularities to that one. The flexibility out of his hind leg. Very good patterned one that with extras. Looks like a hog that'll feed extremely, extremely good. Hog that when he gets out and goes, I think from a balance and proportion standpoint is exceptionally well made and attractive.
Okay, now we're bringing in their Duroc. Sorry about that, guys. This is going to be lots 4, 45, and 68. And again, they said we've worked hard to improve the red herd the last 5 years, and these reds are proof. The two boars are two of the best males they've offered in a few years. The 10 litter has extreme pieces for Duroc, that stylish extended front end with the density and skeleton necessary to be a big-time show bearer or a boar stud prospect. Two big-time boars on this pedigree set the curve on green bottles. The 7 litter boar pig is out of the litter mate gilt to the Dixie Champion in 2020. This one is out of the branded boar at Crossroads and also has neat proportion, short back, and a cool profile. This sow and her other litter mate we retained are always a hit, and this one is no exception. The 9-9 gilt comes from the deepest litter of reds we have ever produced at Outlaw. Big bang on a great set. The curved gilt that had a successful show career. They wanted top end red gilt, and this is the best out of a great litter. Big legs, great looking, with a huge chest floor, great breeding potential. Her grand dam produced our Dixie Champion. The 6 litter boar is out of one of the two best cross sows. Oh, excuse me, we already went through that one. So this is their Duroc litter right here, guys, or their Duroc group, excuse me. Guys, what do you think?
Well, we've been excited about Outlaw Durocs, and honestly, they're a young up-and-coming breeder that is maybe not as well known as some others, but we knew the quality that they've got. And then Nick showed up at the last sale, and he had all crosses. And we were kind of scratching our head until we looked at them, and they were extremely good, and they sold extremely well. This set, he brought the Durocs in it. I don't know if you saw that last pig, but that last cross is extremely good. But the Durocs are what they lived up to be, what the hype lived up to be. I know that lot 4 came across earlier today when we were kind of doing our little dry run, and I thought that needed to be a boar for somebody somewhere. Exceptionally good. The gilt, no doubt, can be one that can win some big shows, particularly down here in this part of the world. And then, honestly, the other male, which I believe his number again is 68. He was many people's favorites. I know Dustin liked that one when we were going through. So you guys study them for what they are. We know that they are elite. You guys figure out where they fit you. But thanks, Nick, for bringing a set. Elite animals, and we're excited to have Outlaw Durocs from Mississippi.
All right, next coming in here is Streber Genetics. We've got lot 16 and lot 41, 16 and 41. Lot 16 is going to be the 3611. The 3611 is a real talk on a next intention and in-game. The mother is a mate to the mother of different league, champion York Bear at OYE, Grand at Western Bonanza, and the Reserve Grand at the West Coast National in 2022. 39.5 is the other hog. That's a OG next intention on an in-game. OG is tricked out son. We sold online for $17,000 to Weather Show Pigs in the spring of 2022. He most recently sired the Grand Market Bear at Colorado State Fair. Mother is a mate to the mother of different league, champion York Bear at OYE, Grand at Western Bonanza, and Reserve Grand West Coast National 2022, guys. Here they are from Streber.
16 would be the belted one there that the young lady in blonde's driving. The brunette would be driving that 41, kind of the off-belted one. I got to tip my hat to Dakota to bringing a pair of hogs that, from a maturity standpoint, are probably quite a bit younger than a lot of the set that's going to be in here and kind of in front of you folks today. I wish I could get my pigs this age to kind of look this good. Rib shape, squareness of build, extras in terms of bone without sacrificing look. I mean, these pigs haven't been worked with a whole lot. For those of you that kind of know Dakota, probably isn't anything new to you folks. But man, you put somebody on the stick, the young lady in blonde when she's driving that 16 belted hog, man, when that thing cocks off, that thing's incredible. To have that kind of look and extension up front, that length of body, and the ability to go ahead and use his rear leg the way that he does, that thing's not green and skinny, he's just young. I think that thing's going to be an incredible monster, just the older that he gets. 41 here, kind of the off-belted one, probably doesn't hit you as hard just in terms of sheer pounds and mass and thickness today, but from a design standpoint, it has some advantages in comparison to that the 16 hog that's out there. Probably has a little bit extras in terms of length of neck, probably has a little bit just in terms of levelness from an advantage standpoint. Hog that maintains squareness from a design standpoint, certainly good in his own right, just needs a little bit more from a days and time standpoint in order to add some mass and some pounds. Very high quality pair.
All right, we're going to drop in Streber's next 3, and these are going to be litter mates. 35-3, 35-7, 35-8. That's lots 2, 42, and 67. 2, 42, and 67. They are Omega tricked out on Omega on a tricked out in game. And guys, the mother is the mate to OG and Easy for You. OG is a tricked out son. They sold online for $17,000 again to Weather Show Pigs in the spring of 2022. And he most recently sired that Grand Market Bear at the Colorado State Fair.
Well, we were absolutely floored with Dakota's set. We saw him earlier today, and I thought in particular this lot 2 looked extremely good, and also that 16 that came across earlier. Not to take anything away from these other 2, they're awful fun. The entire set is extremely good. This too, when he comes right at you, has an incredible view. I know that Dakota is really, really high on that one, and he said he just dropped him off of the nursery deck about 6 days ago. That one's pretty fun. Again, he's an OG, tricked out in-game. Dakota's whole program he's been building around kind of same sow line that's been really elite, and I know our program bought into his as well. We bought that different league board that we're excited about, and just everywhere he goes, everything he's got's related to what he's always had. That in-game sow line. Very, very fun set. You guys study him. I'm not smart enough to tell you what the best one is. I thought 2 and 16 looked incredible. I thought the other ones looked probably better than what he had in the last set that did really well also. So thanks, Dakota. Elite set here, and we're excited to have him.
All right, now we're going to bring in this next set, guys. This is going to be 24, 90, and 91. 24, 90, and 91. These are from Trogden. And guys, 24 is a Ride With Me Hero. And the guys will tell you which ones they are here just in a second. 90 is a Buckle Up Never Before, and 91 is a Ride With Me Believe in Mate.
Trogden certainly don't need much invitation to the show pig game. I think their kind of history and past success speaks volumes. Bought you a trio this time, I believe. Is their first time down here, Russell? Is that accurate? Spotted Hog out there, I believe, is tag 92. That's the Buckle Up, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or Slaphead. Which one's which? 90. So the Spotted Hog would be 90. Hog that's incredibly fuzzy. He's kind of wetted down right now, and maybe that hair is a little bit more matted for those of you kind of viewing online, but huge forearm, extended in his look. That thing's got fat legs, and for those of you guys or girls, I guess, that like hair, that one's incredibly fuzzy. Kind of the predominantly black one, the non-traditional one, I believe, is 91, if I'm not mistaken. 91, kind of that off-belted one, the young lady in blonde's driving. Exotic looking, maybe a little bit kind of longer or sleeker jawed than what that spotted up one is. Love that one's shape, love that one's pin width. It has plenty of width going away, tall shoulder and wide. The young lady, the brunette's driving the belted one. The tag would be 24 on that one. Again, pedigree would be Ride With Me, son. Very square and secure in that one's build. Love the bold forearm that one's got. Very exotic look. Very, very nice trio from the gentleman at Trogden.
We're excited about this set, and we can let him start going out, but that 24 I know sure hit me really hard today, and he's selling that other pair's choice, and folks, when we put this sale order together, we do it for quality throughout, and we stuck them a little lower because we know folks will stick around. 2 very elite animals, and I don't know if you caught in the description, but that Calico Pig, his mom is in-game sister, and his sire's Buckle Up. Pretty fun set.
You bet. And now we're going to drop in the 2 hogs here, guys, from Albright. Brings us a Burke Cross kind of hog and a black hog here. The Burke Cross appearing hog is a trickster. Is the trick out and next attention son that they bought with Meyer for $35,000 at perfect timing. The half Burke sow goes back to your King of the Hill sow. Exactly what they wanted to make with this one. A quarter blood Burke that could make incredible Burke bears on a pure sow or go win a bear show. The black hog is another trickster pig that was meant to have some white on him, but a dang good square-built bear that should be dang tough in those black bear divisions down here. Guys, they brought a good set here.
We're stoked. Albright's another new consignor, and again, we've been pumped about this set of consignors. We've got a lot of new guys that are some of the bigger names in the business, and they didn't let us down. They brought what they knew would be big-time animals, and thanks, Doug, for bringing this pair. It's not hard to see. 23 is going to have an elite look throughout his whole life. I don't know where he needs to fit at a Southwest show, but wherever he fits, he is going to be a contender. I can promise you that, and I would not discount this black pig because of his color. You study this guy, he's absolutely incredible. I promise you Doug didn't bring him down from Michigan because he didn't like him. So very, very fun set. Thanks, guys, for coming. Doug and Trogden, I think, traveled together. You guys did us right, and they brought good pigs.
All right, we're going to drop in two of the Winmore hogs here, guys. This is 10 and 47. 10 and 47. 10 is the 81-10 male. That's a dare to compare, trading up. This was an incredible deep litter for Winmore and happened to be an all-male litter this time around. This litter mate is to the mother that produced the fourth overall market hog at the Iowa State Fair for Anna Slagle this past summer. Winmore has a lot of confidence in the pedigree and the sow behind this 81-10 male. 47 is their other hog out here, guys, and that is going to be the 85-10 Crossbred Gilt. That is a dare to compare rock star, and this Crossbred Gilt has been very popular at Winmore this season, and they've been saving her for the invasion sale this weekend. So they saved that one, made sure that she didn't sell to bring her down here to you guys. The dam is the litter mate to the champion market hog at the Iowa State Fair in 2019. Taking a look here at these Winmore hogs.
Well, it's probably my job to get people excited from a phenotype and description standpoint. I'm going to kind of go on the standpoint that you folks aren't blind or dumb or a combination of those two. What you see here is incredibly good. 10, I guess you could kind of write a book in terms of the positives that individual has, and the same for the 47 tag gilt that the young lady in white's driving. I'm not sure what more needs to be said other than what Jeff kind of commented on from a description standpoint. I'm just going to kind of let the live feed do the work here as these young ladies kind of parade these already whip-broke hogs, which anybody that does that on a recurring theme can understand how challenging and difficult that is, and just appreciate the quality that's in the ring.
All right, and now we're going to bring in their other three guys. This is 89-3 is the male, 89-7 is the gilt, and then 89-2 is the male as well. These are last minute. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm out of order there. 74. So which one is this? The gilt? Okay, so this is their gilt. We're going to read the write-up on all of these together, and then we'll bring in those other two. But these are last-minute decisive. This was another very deep litter for Winmore this summer. The last-minute pigs at Winmore have been extremely popular this fall, and these three blue pigs are litter mates, and were set aside again for this sale. The 89-3 is a smaller bear. He'll come in here in just a moment. But again, take a good look at this gilt here, guys.
Well, Winmore's another first-time consignor, and our first-time consignors have done us good, and we hope they continue to come down because, like Kyle said, that last pair was absolutely incredible. Look at this blue gilt. She's one that I thought looked really good coming across, and I know talking to Ron, he's awfully high on both of the gilts, and when Winmore decided to come down, we know they've got a reputation for selling some of the better crossbred gilts out there. Didn't expect them to bring the quality of barrels that they did as well. They're absolutely incredible. This blue gilt for a light cross, I don't know, it doesn't matter if you're in Oklahoma or Texas. This one's pretty fun as well. So very, very elite set here, and we'll see your mates here shortly.
All right, now we'll drop in those litter mates to that gilt here, guys. And again, these are a last-minute decisive. And the 89-3 smaller bear is a repaired crip, just so you know. That's had time to heal there at Winmore, and they fully guarantee him.
Yeah, and again, these guys don't take any shortcuts, as you guys have kind of seen. These pigs are already whip broke. One of them needed surgery. It's already done. You can see it in his flank. It's healing great. Looked at it earlier with Ron, and he said the same thing. So, again, just class act from Winmore. We really appreciate them coming down, and these two are lots 103 and 104. They will sell choice tomorrow, so high bidder's going to get to choose which one they want, and they're certainly worth waiting for. Again, we tried to spread out the quality throughout this sale, and no doubt it's not going to be indicative. This sale order is not indicative of how we like the animals. It's just indicative of how we feel they'll probably sell, and who will need what. It just depends on what shows up tomorrow. But Winmore did us great. Thanks, guys, for coming. This is lots 103 and 104.
17, 18, 19.
All right, so guys, this is Lewis's hogs that come in here. These first three, this is 24-6, 24-7, and 24-8. These are going to be lots 17, 18, and 19. These are caught napping on an anchor man. The dam of the 24s is the same as the 5th overall Division I gilt at the 2022 World Pork Expo that was also champion crossbred on the Iowa Swine Jackpot Series at the grand finale there, guys. Again, these are from Lewis Genetics, and these are all litter mates 17, 18, and 19.
A trio of litter mates here that Lewis brought from Iowa that I think are exceptionally good. I believe they had the high seller from that first sale. 18 would be that predominantly black one here that the young lady on the brunette is, kind of on the far side of the ring right there in front of your camera. 19, I believe, is kind of the off-marked, kind of Oreo colored barrel that or male or boar that the blonde is kind of transferring across. Kind of the more the traditionally belted one right there would be 17, I believe, from a tag number. You know, not a whole lot of differences in terms of extreme differences. If you analyze this trio, man, if you like them heavy duty built, you know, from the Lewis firm, hogs that are definitely going to excel just in terms of natural and raw muscle shape and dimension and spread, not only up high but down low. You know, a trio of hogs that I believe are offering choice, if I'm not mistaken. Buyer's going to go ahead and have the option on which one of these three that they're going to get to select first. Extremely close pair. You know, I don't see a whole lot of sort in any of this trio. I know I've got kind of my personal preference picked out, and Russell differs in my personal opinion, and I believe Dave and AJ, I guess, when they kind of brought this trio, had a different opinion on which one needed to go ahead and start off this trio. Three high quality hogs that have extras in terms of muscle and bone, don't sacrifice look. Go ahead and let the folks or the winning bidders go ahead and sort this trio.
All right, we're going to bring in Lewis's other two here, guys. This is lot 69 and 70, 69 and 70. The 26-8 is mother was a litter mate to the bear that was 3rd overall Division I at World Pork Expo for the Ouse family, and the grandmother was a litter mate to the champion lightweight Hampshire bear at San Antonio. 27-6 is a heavy hitter never before. 27-6 is out of the same sow as the herd sire at Wolfman's at Lewis's, and the mother of the 27 litter is the grandmother of the reserve grand champion gilt at the All Iowa Showdown and the reserve champion bear at the Montana State Fair Open Show.
You guys, Lewis is not another name that does not need any introduction. These guys are some of the best in the business, and they did us right on the last sale, and I think this set they've sent is probably even deeper than the last set. I know those three dark ones we just looked at that are all selling as choice look very good, and they're very high on them. I thought when these two came through the ring earlier today, I was really pleased with both of them. The red spotted dude is probably a little later in his maturity pattern, but that's just a good pig the way he's built, and you can just see it from the side. That blue mast one there and blue neck, blue mast one, that's going to be a really fun light cross. I don't care where he goes. He could probably fit OIE for those of you Okies who may be coming down tomorrow, but he's a fun one. Probably could make it to Angelo as well. Just study the way these pigs are built. You know, Lewis always gets along really well. I know we got to see a lot of his pigs in California this spring in the winner's circle at just the handful that he sent out our way. So down here, no doubt, you guys are going to have some fun with these. Study them and buy them the way you like them tomorrow.
The next two coming in here are from Route 9. This is 9-4 and 9-8. These are 36 and 37. These are real talk, no discussion, never before. Mother had an awesome show career for Route 9, ending with Champion Cross and Reserve Overall at Fulton County Fair. The grandmother was Champion Cross at the American Virtual Show in 2020. She also raised the Mamba at Foot Farms.
pair of hogs that offer, I think, a whole lot of feedability from a design and squareness of build standpoint. Sure, you know, they're a little bit heavier weight than a couple of those that we've seen already in this preview, but let's be honest. I know there's people out there that have bought one that they're hanging on to by the thread, thinking that he's going to turn the corner and be good. You might as well scrap those right now and go ahead and get in on some of these heavier weight hogs that kind of have a little bit more of those excuses already taken care of. Good design, good built hogs that are going to feed and turn out better than ones that you're lying to yourself at home that aren't quite as good as what's here in front of you.
And this will be lot 105 also from those guys there. And this one is buckle up on the What's Coming sow there, guys. And that is, the sow is the full sib raised swish at Showtime Sires, and her half sib was raised wide out at Southern Gold.
Well, guys, as this invasion continues to evolve, and we had two great sales last year and one so far this year. But what I'm learning is that a lot of these elite animals come from consignors and places that you may not necessarily expect. And so Dave, that works for Lewis, called me and said, "Hey, these Route 9 guys have some really good pigs," and so I said, "Absolutely, just tell them to bring them." They've brought elite quality. Those two you just saw, I think, certainly fit the mold wherever you want to go. Guys, this is a good pig too. He's bigger. He's been up north on a full feeder. He needs to go somewhere in January probably, and I know there's still a lot of folks out there that need pigs for January. Well, if you need a pig that can win in January, come look at this lot 105 in the ring here. Again, Route 9 show pigs, thank you guys for coming, and we anticipate them to continue to participate as long as they bring this kind of quality. Very, very fun set they've brought for us.
All right, here comes Beatty's guys, and of course Kyle's here on the mic with us tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and let him talk on these hogs here.
I don't even know what tag numbers these are.
71 and 72. This is lot 71 and 72.
Be 71 for those of you kind of ringside would be the belted one, traditionally Hampshire marked one. That's an LL51. It'd be the lackey bred hog that's at McCoy's. Pedigree on that boar would be King of the Hill back on a Deuces. I've loved that one ever since he was young, and just in terms of width of chest and internal dimension, the roundness to that one's rib just facilitates for more topside natural mass and thickness. The squareness that one has out of his upper hip, and just change as you kind of transcend or work your way down to the chips, maintain so much natural width. Very heavy muscle hog with an exotic look. Kind of the off-belted one there that young man in red's driving. From a design standpoint, I think that 72 tag is incredible. I love that one's angulations. I love that one's bone. That's Trick Daddy sired pig. It just continues to get better. He hasn't quite masked up nearly as much as what he was at home. Looks a little bit more streamlined. I promise you there is more natural bulk and dimension in that one than what he reads from you to today. I love the durability. I love the build. I love the feedability of that barrel.
Well, Kyle brought us another nice set, and the last invasion was his first, and they had an elite set that found elite homes and sold really well. I think this set's better as a whole. I thought this pair, when they came through earlier today, looked really good. The 71's the one that strikes you right off the bat, the thicker belted one. But like Kyle just said, you got to study this other pig. He's built very, very good. He's a trick daddy, and those have been popular. And just study the way he comes at you and his rear legs, his maturity pattern. These two are going to feed and do well for folks.
How that works.
All right, we're going to drop in lots 5 and 6. These are also from Beatty here, guys. Lot number 5 is the 8714. This is a wild side back on DFD's littermate sister. He's been a standout on since cycling on the sow, and then 59.8 is the other one. That's a heavy hitter on a first litter of injured daughter. Great looking, square built with extras.
Russell and I just made a deal that I'll talk my 4 and he gets to talk all of his. I thought that was a pretty good trade on my part. The young lady in the blonde there is driving the 87-14. I believe that's tag number 5. I think that one's an absolutely incredible animal. That one's forearm and look and just stoutness and feature, whether you're talking bone or muscle, I think is elite. Maintains squareness and security at the ground, doesn't sacrifice pasture and strength. A hog that I think has a very large window of when you can kind of get him to, from a show standpoint. First litter gilt would be the mother of that one, like Jeff kind of mentioned before, would be the littermate sister to DFD, dense spread dimension without sacrificing feet and legs. The young gentleman in red is now on blue has got the tag number 6. Man, the way that one comes out of the top side of his shoulder from a look standpoint, I think is extra special. I love how genuine and true that one is from a squareness standpoint at the ground, coming and going. I think that all stems from a build standpoint. He's so correct in his angles. I like that one's added just natural mass and width from forerib back in through his flank. Very square, good-looking hog.
Well, Kyle described their phenotype, and I'll just tell you, I think they're very good. Their sires are, it's funny, the last set and this set, Kyle used some of the same boars that were our favorites, meaning me and Dustin when we went to Laird's. We used Wild Side and Heavy Hitter quite a bit as well. Just look at the pigs, guys. They're elite. Figure out where they fit. 5 and 6. I think 6 is the Heavy Hitter. 5 is the Wild Side. We're pretty stoked about all 4 of what the ones they brought, and thanks for coming down, guys.
Now we're going to drop in here Jennings Hogs, guys, lot 29 and lot 30. Lot 29 is a title road trip. In case you haven't been watching online sales, off to an incredible start here road trip south and was the reserve champion at San Antonio.
You won't talk any of these when you get to yours anyway.
Nope, I'm not next.
That wins class in 2022. Lot 30 is the Times Change Loudmouth. Times Change needs no introduction. The spot in Bowling Ring in Texas over the last few years. Loudmouth Sal on the bottom is the grandman of Lot 29. Race reserve champion Spot Guild in San Antonio and Houston in 22 and OYU class winner. 22, she's the dam of Lost for Words and littermate to the champion Dallas Spot Guild in 17.
Well, we're very excited about Brady's set, and for those of you who know, Brady's one of the brainchilds behind the invasion. He helped us kind of come up with a lot of this ideas and the way we do stuff, and he had some spots last year. He always has spots that win, but last year he had a couple of elite animals that sold in the invasion, went out and won a bunch of stuff, and no doubt I can promise you if Brady's here, he's got his best ones. There's no question about that. He's going to sell this pair as choice. At my recommendation, he thought it was a good idea, so we put him a little lower in the sale order because he's only got 2 pigs. These are only 2 pigs he's got, but they're very elite. You guys study them for what they are, and he did get his tags right this time, so he's all kosher on the Texas Animal Health Commission. Good to go.
You can teach an old dog new tricks. Young man in red there is driving 61, fuzzy-legged, huge bone hog that's still exotic and freaky in his front end. hog that I think from a design standpoint is extremely level made, incredibly stout. I mean, that thing's forearm is gigantic. Young lady in blue is driving 62, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, she'll throw something at me, I'm pretty sure. That spotted hipped hog, another one that just so stout and powerful and dense. Huge forearm, stout skull, heavy muscled individual. Doesn't sacrifice comfortability when he gets out and goes in order to kind of move with those advantages he's got just in terms of natural width, spread, dimension, and muscle. A very high quality hog. Got the hair kind of on the backside of his leg. The other pair in there, I believe this wider belted one here that's kind of in the center of the ring. Wider belted hog, again, kind of one of more of the pound heavy ones, would be tag 10, you know what the tag is on that one? 106, a heavyweight hog that is just so three-dimensional and bulky in mass. And when you talk about spread and bone and just natural thickness from the ground up in the blade one, that one excels in that personal regard. Very, very good, I think, in terms of those added advantages. A young man in red driving tag number 35 there, another kind of wider belted chromed up hog. Maintains maybe a nickel bit level package on the profile. Hog that's maybe not as extreme and just in terms of natural width and dimension. I think from a build standpoint, another one that's very solid made. Again, doesn't sacrifice bone and feature to do so. Very heavy muscled hog that can handle it.
Well, and real quick before we kick them out, again, these are Triple C. So this is Todd Catterson from Northwest part of the world. They're in Oregon. They're one of the elite breeders in the Northwest. We're very excited to have them. He brought a really nice set last time. Folks, these are late June pigs. They've been at his house. They've been growing like crazy, and we're very excited about this set. I thought in particular that 35 looked really good. But take them home, slow them down. We think these pigs have a lot of future, and just study the way they're built. Todd did us right, and thanks for sending this nice set. We're getting into the Otten Walter consignment, so I'll go ahead and start announcing them and kind of just telling you what they are. These first two in for Otten Walter are 54 and 82. 54 is the predominantly white pig, and 82 is the blue one. 54 is No Stranger 3-peat, 167.7. Again, that's the white pig that Zoe's on over there in the center of the ring. Very, very excited about that pig. Again, he's a No Stranger 3-peat. No Stranger has done an exceptional job for us at home. A lot of our better pigs this spring that we sold, and then this summer that won stuff were sired by No Stranger, including the Gilt that won CYAE. That was a very, very elite animal, and Maverick Squires judged and actually called her the best animal he's ever judged. That No Stranger has worked very well for us. Again, the bottom side of that pig is 3-peat on target. We've got a lot of faith in that guy. Again, that's 54, the white pig. The blue pig is 82. He is a Silver Bullet American Spirit. Silver Bullet was the boar we sold here last year that Laird bought. That is a Karma clone. He's a blue boar. We used him a lot, and we continue to use him. We've got a lot of good blue pigs out of that boar. Study the way this guy's built. We think this guy's pretty fun for a light cross. He's got lots of hair and just skull and stoutness of feature. Again, his tag number is 82, and that's the blue one. Silver Bullet American Spirit. We thought this was a nice pair of light crosses to start our set off with. These next two in are 44 and 76. 76 is the belt, and we can start with him. He's a To the Extreme, may we all. Very, very good litter at To the Extremes. We had a lot of those To the Extremes this summer. In the 214 litter, which is what he's out of, we thought was probably our very best litter top to bottom. I know we kept about 4 litter mate gilts. Sold a mate online the other day, and he was our high seller and found a really good home in Indiana. But we really like this pig. He's a little later maturing than what some of those To the Extremes are. He's got a sharp front end, and he's a little later in his maturity pattern. But study his feet and legs. belted pig. Again, his tag number is 76. That May We All Mama raised the My Intention litter this spring. That was probably our best litter, top to bottom. We think that guy can be pretty special. He's excited to be in the ring, running around everywhere. When he slows down, let's get the camera on him. That's a fun pig. Then 44 is a Chester pig. He's the only Chester we brought you this time, but we think he's very good. He's sired by Hired Gun at Purple Power, and his mama would be a Chili Dog Sow. Again, Hired Gun Chili Dog, Chester pig, and his tag is 44. You can study him for what he is. We sold a mate the other day online that was pretty nice, and this guy we've been excited about from the start. Again, Hired Gun Chili Dog is his pedigree.
I didn't think I'd comment on a Chester, but for what little knowledge I have of that breed, that sounds like a very phenomenal pedigree. And phenotypically, man, when you can make this breed, this kind of pattern and this kind of build, you know those extras are going to come, and he's not devoid of those from now at this stage. He's squaring his build, he's right in his muscle, and he's incredible from a look and profile standpoint. Belted one's a little bit greener, I think, from a density standpoint, but I love that one's just angulation and correctness.
These next three in are 65, 101, and 102. 101 and 102 will sell obviously toward the end of the sale. Those are the taller pigs. 65 is the little guy. We can start with him. 65 is a major league. Hands to yourself. We've had a lot of major league pigs this year. I think our last set at the Invasion, most of our better pigs were sired by major league. He's worked very well for our program. Study him. He's actually going to sell as part of a trio. It's the only three that'll sell his choice between three. But again, he is 65. That's the little belted pig. Major league, hands to yourself. We think that guy's pretty special. Neat maturity pattern with lots of stoutness and some big features. And then we've got, again, 101 and 102. 101 is the pig young lady in the blues got over there on the far side. He's a heavy hitter. Be a heavy hitter outbreak out of a very good outbreak sow, and in fact I think we kept all littermate sisters to that pig. He didn't handle the trip quite as well. He was one of our very favorites at home. He's a taller pig, probably needs to go to San Angelo or San Antonio or sometime in February, but study his build. There's nothing wrong with that guy. He's a crypt orchid. That's probably about the only thing wrong with him. We like him a good deal. And then 102 is a to the extreme as well. That's that pig with a neat color pattern there on his hip and his stifle. He's kind of painted up there. Extra stout. Again, his pedigree to the extreme, BR64-1, and that's tag 102.
All right, now we're going to drop in 63 and 64, both from Otten Walter as well. 63 is a major league, hands to yourself, and 64 is a no stranger foresight.
Well, like Jeff just said, 63 and 64 are in the ring. 63 is the little belted pig, young lady in the blues got over there. Major League, hands to yourself, is his pedigree. Major League continues to work very good for our program. This guy's one that I would guesstimate could be one folks that miss tomorrow in the sale. He's one of our smaller pigs. He's very, very good in terms of his chest and in terms of his center body and just how much mass and power he's got, but yet he looks a little greener. Study him coming at you and going. This is a good pig, guys. These Major Leagues, we've had nothing but good things to say about them. And in fact, I probably need to go home and order a bunch more semen on that boar, as good of a job as he's done for us this summer. Then the other pig, again, that's the Blackhead 64, is a no stranger foresight. He's been one of our favorites all along, and I think for a no stranger pig, he's got probably a little more extension and look than some of those. Those pigs have been so stout for us just in terms of their skeleton and heaviness of bone. That guy, no doubt, is going to only get stouter as he goes. We think this is a good pair.
Russell kind of commented on that Major League from one that we probably didn't tie into as nearly as heavily as they did, but Major League just sired the champion at our state fair, and Todd Byers judged and mentioned that hog was probably as good as one that he's seen in years. Again, I think hogs that offer a tremendous amount of future.
All right, next up, we've got 92 and 93 coming in here, guys, both from Otten Walter as well. 92 is a slap-happy brotherly love, and 93 is a to the extreme American spirit.
92, 93, again, they're a little lower in the sale, and they're bigger pigs that we've liked a good deal. This 92, young man in the red's got, again, like Jeff said, is a slap-happy brother love. His mom's a really fun sow. She's a brother love sow that was actually grand at Oregon State Fair 2 years ago, and I saw Tad Knight walk in the ring earlier, or in the barn just a bit ago. He judged that pig, and he absolutely loved that, the mama of that pig there. She was a truck. If you know how Tad likes them, you can probably envision her. She's just massive, and that slap happy worked really well. We used him quite a bit. He probably did the best job on this in particular brother love sow. Again, and the other pig in the ring here is 93. He's a major league, I believe. No, to the extreme. That's the one the young lady's got over there in the corner. To the extreme American Spirit. That American Spirit sow is our very best American Spirit sow. We've probably got about 30 of those. I wouldn't trade his mama for any of the others. Just a good pig. He's kind of a taller deal, needs to show sometime in February. Very, very good built. Has a big fat hind leg when you get in behind him. We like him too.
That's 92 and 93, and then we've got lot 3 here. All right, this is lot number 3, also from Otten Walter. This is To the Extreme American Spirit here, Russell.
This is our lead-off pig, and we debated because we had about 4 of them that we thought would be fun ones to lead off. And like Jeff said, he's a To the Extreme American Spirit. We had a whole bunch of those To the Extreme litters. The American Spirit sow behind this one is a first-time female. This is her very first litter. She is extremely hairy and extremely heavy structured. This guy's just been fun all along. I think for a stout pig with big legs, he's probably got as sharp of a front end as anything we've put together in quite a while. Just from his blade forward, I think is immaculate, just in terms of the look that he presents from the side. When he comes at you, you can read he's only going to continue to just widen up as he grows. He's got an extremely good rear leg working in him. He's got kind of a neat color pattern as well with that white undercarriage that almost looks a little bit Burkish, but this one's fun. I don't know if he's a boar or a barrow or where he needs to wind up, but we just know we like him a good deal.
Well, that one will be an interesting one to watch tomorrow, guys. Next up is 26 and 81. 26 and 81 again. These are also from Otten Walters. 26 is the Major League Lockjaw boar hog there, and then 81 is also cross boar, and this is a buckle up last dance.
Well, as we promised, we'd bring you some more good Major League pigs, and that's what we did here with this 26. I think that's right, 26, right? The belted pig.
26.
He's one of our bigger ones in our set. He can probably show in February, but I wouldn't put it past that guy showing at OIE or sometime in March. He has got a very big skull, a very big chest, and his center cavity is immense and very, very good. He's been one of our favorites this entire time, and like I said, Major League's really been kind of a celebrity around our place because every litter we have out of him we just are very tickled with. This guy's probably our favorite Major League this time. Just really, really like him. He's a good pig. You guys look at him and decide what you think, but he's one of our favorites. The blue pig, again, he is 81, right? 81. He's a buckle up is what he is, out of a Last Dance sow. We kept several Last Dance females last summer. His mom's the very best one. She'd be a Last Dance out-of-line wedding night. Just a good pig. The blue blanket tops usually do pretty well down here, and for what he is and being sired by buckle up, I'd only anticipate that one's only going to continue just stouting up as he grows.
And we'll drop in our next lot from Otten Walter here. This is lot number 25. Lot 25 This is a Major League Lockjaw 157.4.
Jeff's not right on that pedigree.
Oh, I apologize.
Who is he? He should be tagged.
Oh, I apologize. This is lot 25, which is a buckle up, may we all.
There we go. Yep, so this one here, we've been trying to get a good video of all day, and he's by himself this time on this trip, and he's a little cranky because of it, but he's a fun pig. So his mom just raised the Grand Gilt at CYAE, which is our biggest show out our way, and that was that Gilt Maverick Squires judged and said it's the best animal he's gotten to judge. Absolutely incredible animal. Well, we bred that sow back to buckle up this time. So again, that sow, May We All Rockstar. Well, the May We All sow, we have 4 of those May We All Rockstars. Her sister won CYAE in 2022, or 2021, excuse me. And then that Rockstar sow would be the mom of Game of Thrones and Game On. So we're talking about some of the best stuff we've got here. Again, Grandma would be Game of Thrones mom. Mama would be the mom of that CYAE Grand Gilt. And no doubt one of our very best females in our herd. And on top of that, he's a fun-colored blue one. Very, very big-legged. This whole litter's been extremely fun. And this one here is our favorite male. Again, he is lot 25. Buckle up, May We All. One of our best pigs we brought, in our opinion.
Again, another one that'll be fun to sell tomorrow, guys. We're dropping in now. Lot number 81. This one is also from Otten Walter here. Or 53, excuse me, 53. And this is going to be, Russell, I hope I get this one right this time. This is a heavy hitter three-peat.
Yes, sir, heavy hitter three-peat. So we showed you a white one earlier that was out of three-peat sow. That was tag 54. This one's out of a littermate sister. We have 3 of those really good three-peat on target sows. Again, this is tag 53, and he is sired by a heavy hitter. We've had a lot of those heavy hitters. He was one of my favorite boars when we toured Laird's, and we used him pretty well. If you see him out of heavy hitter, they're out of one of my favorite sows. So this guy's out of an elite female. He's probably the stoutest and hairiest heavy hitter we had in this set. He's a short-bodied pig for a white one. I do think that he can be made into a York. He's got a little bit of blue there above both of his eyes, but not something that can be worked with, and there's probably a little bit of blue on his tail. But just look at that pig. We think he's pretty fun. He's tag 53.
All right, we'll drop in lot number 43, coming in from Otten Walters as well. This is Crossbred. This one will be a Major League Trumpet 157.3.
This was one we contemplated leading our set off with as well. He's been one of our favorites from the start. And the one thing that Major League does is he will sire some black-headed pigs like this. In fact, our boar, different league, that's sired by Major League is colored like this. But we sure like this pig. Again, Major League Trumpet is his pedigree. His mama's sister raised a barrow that was probably our winningest pig this spring and summer in California and up in Oregon. He was an American Spirit sired pig that was shown by Allison Stonebarger. But we've got a lot of faith in this guy. Studying for what he is. He could probably show in March. That'd probably be the best venue for him. Very, very good built. And again, that Major League has just clicked on our program. Worked very well. Major League Trumpet out of line. A great grandma would actually been reserve grand at American Royal about 4 years ago. She was an out of line hired man. So again, this one's tag number is 43. He should probably be a little higher than that, but that's who he is.
All right, we drop in 3 more from Otten Walter. This is 14, 15, and 75. 14 is a My Intention three-peat. Lot number 15 is a Wild Side Coast to Coast. And then we move to 75. And 75 is going to be a Major League up-down 124.6.
Well, the one's always got in the middle there is our My Intention pig, and he is tagged 14. And he's been one of our favorites this whole time. He's by far the stoutest one. Maybe not by far, but he's the stoutest one I believe that we brought in terms of bone and in terms of hair. My Intention worked very well for us also. We didn't have a livestock expo. It was a My Intention that we bred that looked very, very similar to this guy. He is absolutely loaded with power. On the mama side, he's out of a first parity sow. She's a three-peat on a double-bred Dirty Secret. The Grand Dam was one we bought at perfect timing 2 years ago. That was a Meyer pig that's been phenomenal. We called her Princess, but again, the pedigree here. My intention, three-peat on a double-bred Dirty Secret. The King, that was what it was. My intention, three-peat, the King, Dirty Secret. So actually triple-bred Dirty Secret on the very bottom, but just study that pig if you want to win a barrel show in February or March, or if you want a boar, or if you want a good pig. We're pretty high on that one. That's tag 14. Tag 15, young man in the red's got. That's a wild side. He's been one of our favorites from the start. Probably the hairiest animal that we brought. Again, his pedigree is wild side, coast to coast. That coast to coast sow is a killer young sow that's got lots of hair. Should be a coast to coast lockjaw shooter. This guy's fun. We used wild side as much as we could as well this summer. Great build, great hind leg working in him, and stout. And again, like I said, he's a hairy one. Then this other one over here we've got in the corner, he was tag 75. If you got one of you guys wants to drive him, again, what's his tag? 75. Yes. He's a major league up down. That's a very, very good litter as well, and he was the best male in that litter. Major league, again, sire of a lot of our better ones this time. You guys can study him for what he is. We think he's good built and has a great maturity pattern. Major league up down.
All right, we're going to run those out. And next up, guys, we're going to drop in Dodie and Grove's 3 consignments here. These are going to be lots 12, 49, and 79. 12, 49, and 79. 80? What's that? I don't have that on the list, sorry. Apologies, they are fixing our list here, guys. This is going to be lot number 80. So this one is from Dodie and Grove, and this is 3-8. This is a heavy hitter, never before. Heavy hitter, never before. The 3-litter Crip Pig. Is this the Crip?
Chromed up one from Dodie.
Yep. So this is the Crip Pig. He's a heavy hitter, never before. The sow would be the mom of the 2022 champion Crossbred bear at LSU, shown by the Doyce family. She would also be litter mate sister to the 30-litter pigs we sold in the last sale that went to great homes. Sorry about that, Kyle.
Nope, all good, Jeff. The less I got to talk, the better for everyone involved. Chromed up one from fellas there in California, tall-shouldered, good-looking one, shapely. I actually, transparency, I bought one from these fellas there the first sale there a month ago. Pig only got better. I think from a design standpoint, this one reads much the same way, just one that you can continue to push, and as this one bulks and masses up, height of this one, shoulder, look, design, continues to fill out, maintains a square and secure hind leg, I think will only get better. Very high quality, kind of chromed up individual.
All right, now we bring in their other 3 there, guys. That's going to be 12, 49, and 79. The 12 and 79s are 5 litters. Again, or excuse me, the 5 litters are 12 and 79. The 5 litters out of To the Extreme, the layered boar that's been very popular. Their mother is a no intro, never before 39-12 bred. Sow that they bought last fall from Tres Amigos, 3912, never before, is the sow family that built Tres Amigos. This is her second litter. Her first litter was no huddle, and they did great things. The class winner open at Expo, shown by Cummings family. The sales for $8,500 to the Went family. She was also champion market gilt at Showdown Jackpot and Supreme. The 3-litter again, that sow would be the mom of the 2022 champion Crossbred bear at LSU, shown by the Doyce family, and she would also be the litter mate sister to the 30-litter pigs that they sold last sale that, again, went to great homes.
That blue male pig, tag 49, as Jeff commented, I'm not going to kind of regurgitate pedigree on that one. That thing is hairy and very three-dimensional. I would challenge you folks that are kind of ringside, or even those of you that are going to come tomorrow, you got to see this one up close. On the top side of that one, skeleton, I love the curve that one's got out of his forerib, and just that natural shape for a blue hog up high is so fresh and square and very descriptive. You watch that one drive away, so square out of his upper hip and still secure at the ground. Those pair are kind of black and white, chromed up ones. The young lady in blue there is driving 12, I believe, is the tag number. A little bit bigger scaled, a little bit longer in his bone work, and still extremely good built. I would love to just feed the tar out of that one and mass and bulk that one up, because from a design standpoint, one that's easily able to kind of handle that kind of pressure being pushed. And I still think from a build standpoint, you can maintain that one for a very desirable window, depending on where you're trying to fit in regards to showing that one. 79, the young man in red there is driving kind of the more traditional Hampshire marked one. Another one that's very good design and from a width standpoint maintains squareness. I think, again, a bright future and just in terms of feedability, the one that can kind of mass up as he comes along.
On lot 34, dropping in here, guys. This is Bert, top off Eagle Scout from Reeves and Smythe, guys. This one's mom was the Supreme at Dallas in 22.
Just one pig in the ring here. Again, this is we're on Reeves and Smythe, and this is lot 34. This is their Burt pig, and again, his mom was the Supreme at Dallas in 22. I believe that was the last year, so that would have been the last Dallas. So obviously he's got a special mom, and Cole's our local guy that always comes in and brings a very, very good set. Cole did a very good job with this one here. Again, this is tag 34. Studying for what he is, it's not hard to see. It's an elite Burke male prospect there.
And the grandma on Granddad or Grandma? Yeah, Grandma on this one made the reserve bird gilt, which is fourth overall in expect. All right, 59 and 60 are coming in now, guys. 59 and 60. Again, these are for Reeves and Smythe as well. 59 is across Vera, Flaming Wind, French Kiss.
Accurate, though.
And then you've got the Pullman. There is a Johnny Cash Jog Tail
I see that
Gap.
part. Couldn't get past his. I couldn't get it wrong.
Which is 17-4. His mom is made to the reserve. Parker County is 21. The Grand Dam is $23,000 hybrid gilt from Kingston Hill at 20.
It's easier if I take these so I can differentiate between colors. I don't know. You're good. That's good.
Well, I told Cole we wanted him to bring his best Poland and Berks and minor breeds, because he's got some really elite ones, and that's no secret. And so he did that this time. And again, this Poland here, I believe his tag is 60. Looks very, very good. We appreciate Cole bringing his best ones. Blue Pig, I certainly don't want to take anything away from him. He's a bigger pig. He's got some hair. He's got some stoutness. And I know there's still a market out there for some guys needing pigs to show in January or early February. That one fits the bill very well also. And, again, he is tagged 59. His pedigree was Play to Win, French Kiss.
All right, now we're going to drop in the next two from those guys, Reeves and Smythe again, guys. And these are going to be 59 and 60, 59 and 60 here. Excuse me, 108 and 109, 108 and 109. And these are Dirty Gringos on crickets, both Yorkshire boars.
Pair of solid white male hogs here in this 108 and 109 Dirty Gringo crickets from Reeves. I think an excellent pair just in terms of design and functionality. Long-fronted hogs that look like really good feeding, flexibility, and just the extra set that they have to their hock. Young lady in blue, I believe, has 109. Young man in red, there's got 108. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, okay. So it's a good guess on my part.
Prices, okay. 31 and 99. Okay. as well. Okay. 31 is the spot. All right, so this is 31 and 99. 31 is going to be the spot. That's sired by Mattress Pad. Tim 3's mom was the 5th overall spot gilt at San Angelo Stars and high placing spot gilt at Fort Worth in 22. They purchased her from the Star sale, and she's been a consistent producer for us. Tim 3 hits us hard. As a dense skeleton, huge rib cage, expressive top shape, and big legs on that one. And then the next one is going to be a Duroc there, guys. 12-6's mom was a baby pig purchase they made from Schwecky last year and are extremely glad they did. She had a great jackpot run and was 5th in class at San Antone at the Guild Show. They bred her to main band, which was Laird's $85,000 boar purchase from Leto in the exchange, and they opted to use that boar because of his show bearer look with extras that are extremely impressive for this breed. They see a lot of these traits in 12-6 and read him to be short back, cocky in his front third, big-legged with great running gear.
Duroc again would be tagged 99. Those of you that have fed a bunch of red ones certainly understand that those green are good design ones are the ones that turn out, and that's kind of how we interpret and read this one from a build standpoint. Spotted hog, offers a little bit more in terms of mass if you were to compare that pair out there. They're really three-dimensional in terms of hip shape, very extended
West
up
Texas
front, really stout
something?
forearm, really good design spotted barrel.
And 886 107, West Texas.
Yeah, real quick, thanks to Price. Price has brought us a really good set again. He's got some very elite purebred sows. He had a really good set last sale, and I'm not so sure. I don't like that red one better than that spot, but I know I like both of them. You guys study them and bid on them tomorrow. We're very excited about this pair.
He can have mine.
All right, guys, we're going to drop in West Texas here. We've got 886 and 107.
Start now, we'll talk about lot 98. We kept him down in the sale. I figure he'll have some friends. He's had a lot of friends at home, but that's the last remainder out of Making Waves' mother. 86, I apologize, misread the tag. He's lot 86. He would be a WD-40, which was probably the hottest Chester boar in the country last year. Then back on Making Waves Mama and Making Waves at Laird. If you ask anybody that's seen him, he's a specimen to say the least, and very, very impressive. Last I talked to some people, they're considering breeding him to crossbreds, but that one right there was the smallest one in the litter, and we held him back for this sale because he wasn't quite ready when the rest of them were, but it wasn't because he was the worst one. It's because we wanted him to be a man when he showed up, and he sure is masked up. But that's lot 86. He's a WD-40 on Making Waves' mother. The other one in here, the landrace that Zoe's on right here in the center of the ring, that would be out of straight white male. The mother to that deal was a long time coming deal. She's a Big Bam, which is the spot board that did quite a bit of winning a few years back. Reserved Kansas City and had the champion at multiple gilt and barra shows in Texas. We bred him to the class winning Chester we had at Houston about 4 years back. So Mama's a F1 spot Chester cross, bred back to straight white male. The ears are heavy on this dude. He's really, really stout, really burly legged, really hairy. I think if you know how to feed that one and you keep him trim on the fat side and feed him to be pretty, he could be deadly good. The last one I hadn't talked about is the Duroc. That would be our last entry. He's lot 107. He is a Codigo back on our best red sow, Clydesdale 1-9. And Codigo would be a green bottles deal with it. That one right there isn't as bloomy as some of the hogs in this barn, but we have a lot of faith in that guy. Super square on feet and legs. He looks like a Duroc that's going to grow and just mass up. But if you study his toe structure and his knee and his hock and his rear foot, he's where they need to be on a Duroc. And he's one that we've got a whole lot of faith in.
The next four there from West Texas, guys.
From West Texas are 7, 55, 56, and 85. 7, 55, 56, and 85.
If y'all could just walk the two white ones first. Y'all four in the ring, just let the Bergs chill out. Walk the two white ones. The one Zoe's got out here is another one of our landrace cross situations. The mama of that one would be a ready-made Big Bam. Ready-made had our reserve bear at Dallas, our reserve bear at San Angelo, and our champion gilt at San Angelo. And he's got some pretty hot ones going to Dallas this season too that are doing a great job. But that one I think is probably as good a landrace cross as we put on the ground in the last 2 years. We think we got his birth date right to be deadly at San Antonio. Freaky fronted, really square. Got about as good a hip and hind leg as I think I can get in one. Ears are heavy. I think if you're wanting to play the landrace ball game, that one is deadly good. Let him chill out and move on to the Burt, please, Zoe, and we'll talk about lot 85, the Chester, in the center of the ring. That one would be the lot 85 right here would be the Chester. That one's a Caucasian Invasion, which is a boar we kept back that's got huge legs. The mama of that one is the sow that had our reserve at Dallas Bear Show, reserve at Angelo Bear Show, and the champion gilt at the San Angelo Gilt Show. And that one right there, freaky fronted, really sound, really good top shape. That litter, the amount of hogs that have been in the top 10 out of that sow, top to bottom, is just remarkable. But that one's going to feed well. Good looking sound, where we want them to be. The two Burks, we had 3 Burke boars kept back to be herd boars. We were watching them in that first set, and anyways, 2 of them are here. We kept one back to be a boar. The one Zoe's on over there, I might should have left him home because he's not ready. Whoever buys this one will be very happy with them in a few weeks. This guy, if you study where his feet, I know he's skinny, if you study where his chest and his knee and his front feet land and where his hock and rear pastern land, I'm very high on him. And if y'all don't want to bid on him, I'll be perfectly fine taking that one home and put him in my niece and my daughter's pen, because that one right there is going to come on. We've had a lot of hope in that guy. Feet and legs are phenomenal. Muscle will be there. That sow was the reserve champion at San Angelo this past year. This is her first litter, and we are very excited about that deal. The 47, the 47 notch, he's I'll have to check his lot number here in a second. 95 looks like. That is also a Black Pearl Constitution, just like the other one. He is the other one that we were considering, and just a little bit stouter, really good looking, really square. We've got a lot of faith in that deal as well. That Black Pearl boar would be the reserve champion Burke at Duncan a couple years back that Hogue had and Reeves and Smythe got a hold of. And he would be the sire of my daughter's class winner in both rings at the Angelo Gilt Show last year. And we got him to our house in Vancourt and used him pretty heavy. We got a lot of faith in him. Thank y'all very much.
Well, Clint gave a very good description of everything, but I just wanted to tell you, I thought we always expect good breed hogs from Clint, and occasionally a good crossbred. But these down-eared white hogs, I thought was maybe as special as I've seen him put together, and that's a lot to say for that program. At 7 and 8, definitely a little different kind of approach for breeding some down-eared white hogs, but looks like it's working, and I definitely study those. Thanks, Clint, for bringing a good set.
All right. Okay, this next set coming in here, guys, is from Meyer. There's 38, 110, and 111. 38, 110, and 111, and Clint's going to talk these as well.
These will be Meyer Show Pigs hogs. That spot over there, we'll talk about him first. That would be Iron Horseback on a Big Bam sow. If you've kept up with Grant at all, my spots and my Chesters and Grant's spots and Grant's Chesters kind of follow suit with each other. My boar Reggie his mother was bred by Grant. In fact, this pig's out of a littermate sow to Reggie's mother. And Making Waves was also bred, his mama was also bred by Grant. So don't be sleeping on these guys. That guy's square, really good looking, really sound. Them things only get better with time. The pair of littermate Berkshires, those would be bred just like the ones we ran in. Black Pearl back on a Constitution sow. hogs that are square, hogs that are sound. If you're sleeping at the end of the sale and you don't have a hog bot, these guys are down the line. And that lot 111 and 110, I mean, if you study their heaviness of structure, especially 111, he's going to close out the sale tomorrow. That is a big-legged, rugged-made Berkshire hog right there that still has good look and a big old skull on him. That's a darn good one. So if you leave here without a pig tomorrow and you watch that thing at the end of the sale and you ain't bidding, I will not apologize, because that thing's got a big forearm, a big stout set of structure, feet and legs underneath them, and he uses them very, very well. But this closes, one more to go, and I'm going to get off the microphone.
All right, guys, the next ones we're going to drop in here are going to be from Loveless. And the first two are going to be 21 and 84. 21 and 84, these are the threes, and they're a cotton-napping last dance blurred vision. The mothers of the three had the Dostal Barrow last winter that was grand overall at several jackpots. Sal is also a litter mate to their division winner at Kansas City, and Grandma is a litter mate to the Reserve Grand Bear at Tulsa. Grandma is also the mother of the Grand at Heart of Texas. This is 21 and 84.
Well, again, this is Loveless in here with 21 and 84, and very, very excited about this pair. Travis came last year to our September sale, which was a phenomenal sale, and he brought a phenomenal set of pigs. And he didn't have anything for the October sale, and then he didn't have anything for August, and we appreciate that, because he says when he's coming, he's bringing his best, and we just trust him. He's got a tremendously good eye for what he needs to bring, and he's proud of what he's got. This pair is the most definitely something to be proud of. I thought when we saw these guys come through earlier today in our dry run, they looked pretty special. In particular, study that 21. I thought that was one of our better belted males that we saw come through the ring earlier today. Study the silhouette he gives, his front end, and just look from the side is tremendous. And then he's you get on either end of this guy, he's built right. Again, that 21 is the belted one, and 84 is a black, and I think they're mates. But regardless, Travis has brought us a nice pair of crosses here. Thank you for bringing this good set, and we'll show you the last two, or the next two that come through the preview here, and those are also his.
All right, this is our last two of the evening here, guys. This is going to be 52 and 97. 52 will be the Crossbred gilt. The 4-litter gilt is a peace-out blindside cracker. First-litter gilt, who had multiple litter mates that were champion York and grand overall at counties in Oklahoma and Arkansas last summer. Grandma is a leap and bounds mother. 97 is the 5-litter spot. That's a Talk to Me double down. First litter gilt again. This Sal's litter mate sister was undefeated in Northwest Oklahoma show circuit and ended up 6th overall spot at OYE. Grandma was reserve champion at OYE and also produced our bronze spot bear at Oklahoma Youth Expo.
You know, Travis's set was fun, and him and I were talking earlier today about the order he wanted to run them in, and I thought, you know, it'd be good to put the spot to be the last one, because his quality speaks for itself, and it doesn't matter where he's at in the sale, he should sell well. And this white gilt we don't have a lot of gilts in the sale tomorrow. We don't have a lot of them as good as this one either. This one's very, very fun. He brought us a very diverse set, a couple belted belted and a black barrow. And we've got a spot boar pig and a little white gilt, but throughout the set they're consistently good. Like I said, Travis brought a tremendous set last year that sold well and fed well for our customers at the Invasion sale. He brought a great set again here, and again, these last two that come through the preview are lots 97 is the spot and 52 is the white gilt. But we'd like to thank you for tuning in. We'd like to apologize for our late start. We had a little bit of an issue with a computer that didn't work for us the way it needed to, but good crowd here tonight. We thank them for their patience. They fed us well. We are as excited as we've ever been about the set selling tomorrow. The sale starts at 1 o'clock tomorrow. The preview is at 10:30. Jeff's probably got a few other words, and we didn't really introduce ourselves, but Jeff here that's been speaking throughout the night is our auctioneer tomorrow as well. He'll be the MC tomorrow. He'll go ahead and close this out Thanks again for tuning in.
Absolutely, guys. And tomorrow, again, 10:30 is the preview. Lunch is going to be at noon, 1 p.m. is the sale. You can bid live online at cci.live. Of course, if you're interested in any of those hogs, please get in touch with the breeders. You can also contact Andy Forehand or Russell. Any of the breeders, they're happy to talk to you about any of the hogs tonight. An absolutely incredible set. I don't care where you're at. You better be in Stephenville tomorrow. We're going to have a hell of a sale, guys, starting at 1 o'clock. We'll see you then. Thank you.